Welcome to class. Who could resist this setting? Shall we begin? Take a nice seat. We're going to focus on the technique that we will be using throughout the class today. Millie's game, so am I. Let's breathe in this fresh spring air. Feel yourself weighted to the earth as though the breath were creating an anchor. And from the waistline, lift up through the heart and broaden the collarbones. For the technique we'll be using throughout the class, I want you to think of the body as moving in two directions, like those Chinese woven handcuffs you used to get at the fair in the old days. You put them on each finger and pull them apart, and they get stronger in the middle. Place your hand on the lower belly and one on the chest. And as you breathe, think of those 2 points pulling apart, your torso getting longer. Notice the curve in my low back. As you breathe, the heart lifts and widens, and from the waistline down through the hips and legs, you feel firmly anchored to the earth. Using your ujjayi, rhythmic breath, let's just sit with that image for a moment. Inhaling, heart opening, exhaling, anchoring. Shall we begin? Place your right hand behind your back, left hand on the knee, and twist using this tug of love, as I like to call it, to pull the shoulder girdle away from the pelvic girdle, lengthening the torso. Please don't pull with your head, but use your rib cage to lead the twist. Let's try the other side. You can switch the cross of your legs here. Peel the shoulder back and soften the neck muscles. Again, guiding with the rib cage into the twist. I like to turn and look over the shoulder for an S twist. And inhaling back to center. Lean forward, lifting through the heart and anchoring down through the hips. You'll feel a nice hip stretch. Now come up high on your fingertips, again pulling the shoulders away from the hips. Think about the ribs pulling apart. Place your right foot to the inner left thigh, which you can widen out just a bit as you come right down the middle. Stay high on your fingertips. Don't lead with your head, lead with your heart. What a metaphor for life. This work engages the transverse abdominal muscles as opposed to the rectus abdominals that we usually think about engaging when we're doing ab work. Notice here, now as I reach for my foot, I'm extending through my torso, coming to the twist. Soften the neck. Stay with the breath. Let's switch sides. Left foot to inner right thigh. Widen a bit. Inhaling, lengthen forward. And exhale deeper into this nice hip and inner thigh stretch. Right foot forward to Janu Shirsasana. I'm constantly trying to pull my spine in and make the distance between my hips and shoulders longer, greater. Don't forget to breathe. And a little twist here. Inhale back to center. Now widen the legs, Upavishta Konasana, wide angle forward bend. But first, let's establish the back bend and the length in the torso. You might want to stay there. Another technique I love for traction is to clasp at the very base of the neck and lengthen. Twist to the right, tack the left hip down. Twist to the left as you tack the right hip down. Again, being mindful not to lead with the head. Come on to all fours. Hands forward of the shoulders, toes curled under. Lift through the sitting bones and try to locate those upper glute muscles. Try to resist dropping through the shoulders. Notice how I draw the shoulders away from the hips. This creates length in the side body, traction in the spine, and then sit back for a nice toe stretch. Keep lifting through the underarms as you breathe and undulate. Crouching cat, feet wide, knees wide, mound the glutes, shoulders toward the fingertips. Now just paddle the feet down and then pump the heels up, really engaging the muscles of the foot and giving yourself that nice icky toe stretch. Notice how I keep my arms strong, shoulders gliding forward, hips gliding back. Bend the right knee, drive the left shoulder forward and the left hip back into a C shape. Switch sides. Relax the left leg, right hip back, right shoulder forward. Feel those ribs coming apart. Now when you come into down dog, look how much roomier that is. Lift the heels, walk, jump or skip forward. Place the heels of the hands on the upper thighs and press the thighs back, lifting the sits bones, mounding the glutes, root to rise. Lift through the left elbow. Place your focus on the upper rib area where the lats are, that sticky, tight area. Pull through the elbow rather than the arm and even twist up a little bit. Root down as you extend. Beautiful. Now let's just try a twist. Reach front to back as you exhale all the way around. Inhale, big sweep up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, big swan dive right down the middle. Lead with the heart, hips back. Lengthen the spine. Inhale, half up. Exhale, water over the cliff. I'm going to find length in my torso before I even think about the hamstring stretch. Then you can just kind of grab your elbows and release. Inhale, try not to round. Use a nice flat upper back, long torso. Exhale, release. Inhale, step back with the left foot, not too long. We're going to do pyramid pose. Hands at the heart, root down, lift up. Long torso, lift the heart. We're just going to do some pulses here to activate those transverse abdominal muscles. Those are the muscles that are the body's girdle. They're what holds you together. Exhale as you root deeper into the earth. Shins forward, thighs back. Inhale, come up, heart lifting. Beautiful. Exhale, lengthening forward. Don't lead with the head. Revolved triangle. You can keep your right hand on the hip. You can put your left hand on a block or your shin. Windmill the arm around. Runner's lunge. And step back, crouching cat to down dog. I always transition through crouching cat to allow myself the length so I don't round my back in down dog. Plank. Tone the belly in. Come down to the knees. Bird dog pose. Extend from the core out fully through the limbs, the fingers and the toes. And as you exhale, really drive the knee and elbow together. So you crunch together and extend apart, really fully connecting with the breath. Do about 5 of those on each side. And switch. Alternating sides. Left arm, right leg. I like to do a few cat-cows in between. This helps me locate the sticky, tight, achy areas where I need to put my breath and my focus. Now, from a neutral spine, right leg, left forward, elbow to knee, exhale. Inhale, lengthen, pull apart, exhale. Remember that tug of love. And come back to center, neutral spine, plank. Keep breathing. Now, turn your feet to the side. Support yourself on just the right arm. Put your left hand on your hip. Side plank. If you want to try a more difficult variation, take that top arm and sweep it underneath the bottom ribs. Keep your hips high. This is the trick here. Do not let your hips sink low, or you can really harm your shoulder here. Beautiful. Crouching cat, lengthen the torso. I feel like crouching cat and down dog are neutralizing poses that just help me to reset. Don't round. Keep the hips high and the belly toned. Other side. I've been really working on my left shoulder. I had an injury. And this is new. This side plank on the left is new to me. But it feels good. I feel ready to support my body weight. You have to listen to your body. Crouching cat to down dog. Breathe. Tabletop. Now, really focus on the lower back here as you begin your cat and cow. Really pull the lower belly into the spine. Now, right shoulder forward, right hip back, left shoulder forward, left hip back, making that little C shape, just kind of moving side to side like this. And now turn. It's like you're using your inner muscles, even your organs and intestines, to churn. This is really good for elimination. And then go the other way. Just rolling. It's like there's an inner roller moving all those internal mechanisms around in the body. This uses all those muscles, all those little muscles. Plank. Lower all the way down to the belly. Press the tops of the feet down. Come up into a little cobra. You can come up into Sphinx if you'd rather. But lift the lower belly and elongate the spine. Keep the neck soft. Down puppy, crouching cat to down dog. Shoulders forward, hips back. Soften into the breath. Right leg extends up and then forward into a runner's lunge, we're going to come up into water pump pose. Keep your hands on blocks, on the floor, or if you're feeling courageous today, just try the balance. And it's okay if you wobble and have to come down and start again. It's the trying that's important. Now, wide stance, come down into a squat. You can put a block under your butt. Hands free, wide angle forward bend to squat. We're just going back and forth using the upper glutes to lift. And really keeping the torso long. This feels good. It pumps the hamstrings onto the bone, so it's really safe to stretch your hamstrings. It's a good thing to stretch your hamstrings before you do these core moves. You'll see why in a moment. Step your feet together, samastitihi, even steadiness. Exhale. Inhale, big swan dive forward, sit back through the hips, lengthen as you inhale, exhale, unfurl the spine, let the head be a weight. Inhale, half up, step right foot back, pyramid pose. Hands in namaste, root down to rise up. Lengthen the torso and lift the heart. There's a little baby back bend here. Feels good to be anchored and challenge your balance. Shins forward, thighs back. There is a tendency here to tack that front hip forward, causing the knee to turn in. So you have to really focus on that side body long. Touch the ground with the right hand. Take the left hand and let me just kind of zoom in here so you can see what I'm talking about. That hip loves to come forward, so pull it back, tack it down. Now, when I was healing my left shoulder, I wasn't able to reach up. So here's a little technique I used, just clasping the back of my head and stretching my elbow forward. And then eventually I was able to extend my arm over the head until I was ready to lift it up to the sky. By practicing yoga regularly, you learn all these little modification techniques, because we are going to have aches and pains throughout our lives. And that's what yoga teaches us, right? Plank. And this time, let's come down into an inchworm. From plank, knees, chest, chin, and then lengthen it out. Come into Sphinx pose. Press the knees down softly and strengthen through the tops of the feet so you don't clench your butt or push your pubis bone down. Keep the torso long. Now you're going to rock over onto the right forearm, centering the hand in the middle of the mat. Lift the left leg in front of the right and just lift your hips up. And then bring them back down. So if you push through that left foot, your hips will come up. Now you can stay there or give yourself a higher position to lift into. There you go. Heart open, keep the head back and unfurl the arm if you want. Crouching cat to down dog. Lengthen it out. Inchworm. Sphinx pose. And you can lift into a little baby cobra here. Here's another technique that I really like. Come to your fingertips, lengthen the torso and lift the heart. This makes you use your core. Or, this is my favorite, lift the hips halfway into tabletop, and then as you bring the hips down, melt the spine down as you pull the shoulders back. You can really get that length up into a full cobra. Tabletop. Come down to the left forearm, centering the left hand. Right foot in front, and just lift the hips. Press through the right foot. You can use your right hand if you need to. Again, my left shoulder is a little precarious, so I'm just giving it the confidence it needs to know that I'm not going to do anything crazy. But this feels so good. I'm a little wobbly here, but that arm bone is deeply integrating into the shoulder, and that is healing for me. And it took a long time to get there. It's a process. Down dog. Love the foot push-ups. Keeps my feet strong. Left leg rises. Water pump pose. So from lunge, try lifting into the one-legged balance. Extending through the back leg like you're pressing into an imaginary wall. Wide angle forward bend into a squat. Again, you can sit on a low bench or blocks. Now we're going to come down onto our knees and do some camel variations. Start with your toes curled under, hands on your hips. Press your hips down. Feel the earth and the stability through the hips and legs and feet, and reach up through the left arm as you find your right heel with the right hand, and switch. Don't push your hips forward. Curl from the upper back, and we're just going to switch back and forth. Now I'm going to lower my feet, so I have the tops of the feet pressing down. And it's going to take a little more of a curl, but you can keep your toes curled under. And just little pulses here. Come up, reach back, reach up through the heart. Notice I'm not turning my body or looking where I'm going. I'm just feeling my way through this. These little tiny pulses of coming back and then back up. Use your breath. Root down to rise up. This really connects you to your core. And then sit back, hands at the tops of the thighs, push the thighs back. Come into child's pose. Keep the torso long and just relax the head now. You can make a pillow with your hands. I want to point out something else here. I am recovering from a torn meniscus, so I'm unable to really take my butt down to my heels and close that gap, and I am not going to push it. One technique is to come up on your hands and gently provide a stretch, but let your body guide you. Don't hurt yourself. With your feet planted, sit down, arch the back, lengthen the torso, lift the heart, and feel the shoulder blades embracing the back body to lift the heart. Nice wrist stretch. Keep the fingers forward mostly. Now we're going to lift the hips. I'm not lifting too terribly much because, again, I'm just learning to put weight on that shoulder joint. Maybe my right shoulder could take the weight, but I'm obeying what my left shoulder says. Half boat. Lift the heart. Keep pulling the spine in and lengthening the torso. Breathe. This is a meditation. Allow the feet to come down, and once again, hands behind you, arch the back. Move your sitting bones back a little bit. Lift the heart, broaden the collarbones. Now, right ankle over left knee, or you can keep both feet on the ground. It's just a variation. It's a little bit more of a balancing pose, but it does put a little more weight on the shoulders. So you be the judge here. Sit your butt back even closer to your hands. Come up into Dhanurasana or staff pose. Shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders. Full extension of energy through the meridians, through the core channels of the body, feet, hands. You can reach forward if you want the back stretch, just don't round. And then try these little pulses. See if you can come down. I love this feeling of traction. All right. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Push the thighs back as you arch the waistline away from the ground. If you bring your left thigh in for Sukhi Randrasana or Eye of the Needle pose, still continue to try to lift the waistband off the floor and lengthen the torso. You can also come into the little crunch here, but always come back to that lifted. I use my elbows sometimes like this to lift my waistline away from the floor. Push the left thigh away. This is such a yummy pose. It creates opening in the sacrum. Eye of the needle. Create that tension that's a deeper hip stretch than if you rounded your back. Breathing fully. Now straighten the right leg. Come into the little crunch. Lengthen back down. We place the feet on the ground and pull the bowstring. Now, with your 2 fingers, grab your big toes into happy baby pose. I cannot stress enough how the power of the toes is going to help you from now on. Come into a little crunch as you straighten your legs, or stay in happy baby. It's up to you. This is pretty deep. But I am not pulling my toes back. Now, see if you can sit up. This was really difficult for me, and so I had to give it a couple of rocks before I could come up. Back into a half boat, and then a supported boat. Keep lifting through the heart, and try to pulse. And if you fall, go back again. Remember, it's not whether you can execute the pose perfectly, it's whether you try it. It's the same difference. Your body loves to play and try new things. All right, from Baddha Konasana, or cobbler's pose, we're going to take those first 2 fingers again, and we're going to clasp the big toes. And I'm going to remind you again, the power of the big toes here. Push the toes forward, don't pull them back. Lengthen the heart upward, lengthen the ribs apart, and you're just going to lift the feet off the ground and balance. I struggled to find my center, but once I did, it felt really good. And breathe. Keep those toes strong. If you find yourself wobbling, use your toes. Slide the feet forward, take them a little wider for Omega pose. Lengthen the heart forward. Nice back stretch here. Calm the breath. Round 2. Bring your feet back into cobbler's pose. Grab the toes, pushing the toes forward now. You can stay here or take the legs into a big wide V. Again, push those toes forward and drive the shoulders away from the hips. Notice the arch in my back. Do not round your back. If you have to come down and start again, that's perfectly fine. Back to cobbler's pose and then Omega pose. Lengthen the spine forward. This is a great hip opener. Now, you can repeat either of the first two variations, or you can try this one with me. Once you find your balance, use your big toes to extend the legs straight, inner spiraling the legs. You see how I struggle to find the lift through my back? I had to pull my back in and lift my heart, but my toes saved me. I can't stress this enough. Once you find your center, it's powerful, using those transverse abdominals to hug to the core and lift you, lengthen you. Soft breath, hold your gaze. If you feel wobbly, push through the toes. Now, I tried to drop into a boat pose. I had to try a couple of variations here. Come into the rack and then sit up. Sit back and pulse up. So I'm going to work my way back down onto my back in these gradual little pulses back, lifting through the heart and then sitting back. The goal is to try to keep your feet down, but you know, sometimes we're just learning. Now, bend your knees, interlace your hands behind your head into stargazer pose, but today it's cloud gazer pose. I could have laid here all day. This feels so good on your shoulders. If it doesn't, just bring your arms into cactus pose. Now fold the blanket under your waistline so that your butt and your shoulders are on the floor in cactus pose. This is a nice back stretch. We're going to do some shoulder work. So we're going to move our fingers toward each other over the head, but you want to make sure that your hands, wrists, and arms all stay in contact with the ground. Try not to overextend by bending your wrist or lifting your elbow up. So if you can't touch your hands, go as far as you can while staying in contact with the earth. Take the arms overhead and then reach back into the rack like somebody's pulling your wrists. Feels so good. Again, if you can't reach the ground, then don't overreach. Grab a knee in each hand and begin to just soften the knees apart. Let the weight of the knees lengthen and straighten the arms. Now, lift the hips, put the blanket under the hips, and we're going to do Jatara Parivara Tanasana. Just a little kind of a tick-tock movement, knees to the left. Notice my right shoulder is the focus here. I'm really anchoring it. You can turn your palm down if you want, but I'm not letting that shoulder come up. This really works those intercostal muscles. Keep the feet together and twist. This uses the lower abdominal muscles, but also the back muscles and even the shoulder muscles. Now I'm going to remove the blanket, keeping the back arched slightly. Try this again. And just side to side. And there are a few variations you can try. When you come into the twist, place your hand on top and then lift the upper leg into the hand. This gives you an extra added little bit of tension. Another variation is to straighten the leg and tack the hip away from the heart. The upper body twists the opposite direction of the lower body. It's so good for the muscles along the spine. And if you really want to challenge yourself, take the legs straight. Try grabbing your big toe again. Again, don't pull it back. Just go for the length here. It's a good stretch. Using your core to lift the legs up. Other side, right hand to left toe. It helps to look the opposite direction when you're doing these twists. Bring the legs up and just kind of keep the extension through the ball of the foot. Bring the feet down. Take a nice cleansing breath. Weave your left arm under your waistline. Take your right hand just over the head, elbow pointing right up. It's right beside your face, and drag your hand isometrically to broaden the right shoulder blade away from the spine. And then we're going to switch sides. Right arm under the back, left hand beside the face with the elbow pointing straight up. And again, when you create that isometric, you pull the shoulder away from the spine. This releases tension in the upper back. Now, we're going to take a nice Shavasana. I love a neck roll for Shavasana. And I'm just going to be quiet for a moment and allow you to listen to this beautiful waterfall on this fabulous spring day. And it doesn't matter whether you're watching this video in summer, winter, or spring. It's so refreshing. Allow the body to fully relax and release the breath naturally. You're welcome to stay here, but when you're ready, you can softly roll onto your right side, keeping your lower body relaxed. Use your arms to push you up and come into a nice, supported, meditative pose, just the way we began, with your hands at the heart. Recalling the intention that you set for the class today. With gratitude and great, great love. Namaste.